All right, can everybody rise for a flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I have a roll call, Jean?
Mrs. Eilenberger, absent. Mr. Francolino?
Here.
Mr. Hackett?
Here.
Ms. Haddock? Haydick, sorry. Councilman American?
I'm here.
Mr. Manger?
Here.
Mr. Novak?
Here.
Mayor O'Brien?
Here.
Mr. Clark, absent. Chairman Diver?
Here. This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law. Notice of this meeting was included in a list of meetings sent to the Co-Star and Asbury Park Press, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building and on the borough website. Can I have a motion for the approval of the minutes from the May 11th meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'm sorry, who was the second? Mr. Hackett.
Can I have a roll call?
Mr. Francolino?
Abstain.
Mr. Hackett?
Yes.
Ms. Haydick?
Yes.
Councilman American?
Yes.
Mr. Manger?
Abstain.
Mr. Novak?
Yes.
Mayor O'Brien?
Yes.
Chairman Diver?
Yes. Okay, first thing on the agenda. Well, the rules and regulations of the planning board, I asked everyone, these were on the last packet that everybody received. If everyone has looked at it, if anybody has any comment, I did hear from the vice chair, Ms. Eilenberger, who had a very good idea, I think. And if it's all right with the board, I think we would go with it. To sort of appoint a subcommittee to look over it from the planning board members, so that we can make recommendations to the planning board as a whole, instead of all 9 of us sitting up here and going through it. We could have a subcommittee that would sort of go over it, make any recommendations that, and come back to the board with those final recommendations on anything that is in here. But certainly anybody, that has any commentary on it tonight, or, wants to make any statement regarding it, please feel free to do so. In terms of that committee, I would ask the mayor, it would be myself, Ms. Eilenberger, and I would like Roy, if you would also be on that committee, as the subcommittee. And can I get a motion from the board for that?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second? Can I have a roll call, please?
Second was,
Fred.
Brett?
thank you. Mr. Francolino?
Yes.
Mr. Hackett?
Yes.
Ms. Haydick?
Yes.
Councilman American?
Yes.
Mr. Manger?
Yes.
Mr. Novak?
Yes.
Mayor O'Brien?
Yes.
Chairman Diver?
Yes. And again, does anybody have any comments? Has anybody looked over any of this and had any comment on it, or, and it's pretty straightforward,
I
but
do.
just,
I do, and if you want,
Sure.
what I'll just do is mark up my copy and submit it to you, and then you can bring it
Perfect.
to the subcommittee and see what you know.
okay. And when Eileen comes back, Janine, let's make a note for when she's back, so that we can then arrange for everybody to have a meeting before the next planning board,
Okay.
maybe in 2 weeks.
I was just gonna say, do you wanna kind of tentatively pick a date now?
Let's see, today is the 15th? This will be interesting. I would say Monday, the 27th, if it's possible.
We have a council meeting.
Okay.
I mean, that
Well, we
doesn't
can
mean
go-
anything.
We can dispense with that, council.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
me and I have to go to that meeting, but I'd be able to just email you, because I have meetings every Monday, 3 Wednesdays, 3 Thursdays, 2 Tuesdays. So I do a lot of night work, so I want to give you my.
Absolutely, you can
my
just email
meetings,
that.
Okay?
Sure.
I don't have
Throw
off
away your
on-
television.
I don't have off on.
Either that, or what about in, say, Wednesday, July 6th? We can set that? Is that possible?
I think that's an open meeting night.
That's amazing.
What's on that night?
So, Mr. Chairman,
It's
subject to my
Wednesday.
checking my meeting, right?
What's on July
Make sure
6th?
that I'm,
Wednesday,
so I
July
think false
6th,
planning
the
boards.
subcommittee to meet.
Oh, yes.
But again, you can certainly just email me.
Okay.
All we're gonna do is meet and, just review it again and
Okay.
see if there's any differences.
And maybe if you don't
And we
mind.
wouldn't have to run it back through you anyway.
Well, I mean, I think it'd be easier for you if I was there. I really, would. I know this is a broad thing, you know.
Can you
but
give
I'd
me,
rather-
can you give me
What's
the
your
date?
open date
Yeah,
then?
well,
What's
it
your
is-
open date?
well, it's hard for me to, in my head, it's the first, third, and fourth Wednesdays, every
First,
Monday.
Third and fourth Wednesdays.
Well, that's the first
Second,
Wednesday.
third, and fourth
Right.
Thursdays. So the
Second,
July 6th is probably bad.
right, what's your Thursdays?
Second, third, and fourth.
And what is your Wednesdays? You said first, third, and
First,
fourth?
third, and fourth,
So July 13th would be good for you.
yeah.
Well,
Or
unless you
July
wanna do Thursday, the first Thursday,
July
which is
7th.
July 7th.
Yeah. How about that?
That's the first Thursday in July.
Really running it through my head, let me just email you and let me.
Okay. We're gonna come up with one of those
But I think it's
dates.
better that I'm there, because I'll
Okay.
maybe and give them background. What if it is also possible, if any, I don't know if we have it yet, but I can get everybody's email. I can send the document in Word and on a thing called track changes, which is, if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah.
And this way, people can comment, they'll put a comment
In the
in, or
margins.
if they want to. Not
Mhm.
sending it to all the board members, that's, you know, you have to send it only to me, because you don't want to have a meeting in public. But it may be easier for, rather than calling people, or, you know, it's just typing their comments and we all have work off one
Okay.
document.
That's not a bad idea.
So-
So it's either July
I'll work
7th?
on getting everybody's email.
Right. We should pretty much have.
we don't have everybody's, which is why I don't use the email, because it's not everybody, so, you know, that, but I'd rather have all your emails, and then I can send the resolutions by email, and, you know, that's it all in jazz.
I know I don't have Nate,
You don't have,
I don't have Nate's email.
I'm sure it's got.
I'm sure you do. Before we leave tonight,
Yeah, I'll
who's
give you-
here, we'll review and make sure that I have.
Okay.
Either get it or just make sure it's the current one for you.
What time is that meeting, 7 o'clock?
So either July 7th or 13th, and you'll get back to us.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll proceed forward. Any other questions on this? Anybody have any other comment? Okay. Old business, we have the resolution 2016-06, application P 2016-01, Amascato Family LLC, 2003-2005, Highway 71, conditional use.
Mr. Chairman, just for the record, I did a draft what was circulated in your packages.
Yes.
Board member had some comments and some corrections in my language, which appear to be very appropriate.
Okay.
In the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th whereas clause, where it says, remember, this is about the 50%.
I was gonna ask about
Total.
this. The wording of the one that went home, I wasn't happy with either.
Well, when I got a comment, I went to Catholic grammar school, my knuckles started to hurt.
I went to Catholic high school too.
So in that paragraph, it would read that it would be a conditional use permit, professional offices not to exceed 50% of the total gross area, floor area, with a maximum of 25% of the total first floor area of the property. Now, remember, it says of the property, and there was a question, because that's what the zone ordinance says. So that whereas clause is not giving them, I'm sorry, the ordinance says zone, it says of the property, because they're limiting it to the property, if you recall.
So in other words, instead of saying 5,000 square feet, we would say 50%?
Of the total gross area with a maximum of 25% of the total first
But
floor
it also
area.
was not going to include the bank on that.
That's, well, now we're gonna get to that point later, okay, so that's on the first page. The second page, item number 4, which was limiting it to the total of 10,000 square feet, which were the other two buildings, would read, the board further finds that the applicant has spurred by limiting its application to permit its professional offices to 5,000 square feet of professional office use, where 10,000 square feet of space exists as reflected on the site plan, because that's the two office buildings. And no more than 2,500 square feet of such professional office use shall be on the first floor. So that's where we limited it, because there was the bank, but we weren't counting the bank, and we rounded it to 10,000.
Okay.
And then I also did not use the word heights in this Borough Spring Lake Heights planning board over Jimmy signature. So those were the two suggested modifications. I certainly think they clarified what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So I would ask if the board were to adopt that resolution, that includes those changes to the draft you got.
Which tonight, everyone got the revised.
Oh, they got the revised one? Okay.
Yes, the revised
All
ones.
right, I'm just reading off the
Okay.
camera notes.
All right. Can I have a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll make the motion. I'll second it.
Janine, can I have a roll call?
Mr. Francolino,
Abstain.
Mr. Hackett,
Yes.
Ms. Haydick,
Yes.
Councilman Merrickin,
Yes.
Mr. Manger,
Abstain.
Mr. Novak,
Yes.
Mayor O'Brien,
Yes.
Chairman Diver.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, seeing as there is no new business, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Aye. We're done. Thank you.